From the Cronkite Studios in downtown Phoenix, this is Cronkite News.
With the Iowa caucuses happening tonight, the pressure is on more than ever for presidential candidates to gain support. Why one local group is only focused on Latino voters.
A photo containing a racial slur spelled out on girls' t-shirts caused Desert Vista High School to be thrown into a discussion of civil rights. But one teacher says this isn't the first case of racism in school.
And Arizona ranks among the best states for employment in aerospace and defense. How helicopters are propelling one Arizona business to the top.
Cronkite News starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Cronkite News. I'm Jackie Padilla.
And I'm Jesse Schultz. Thanks for joining us.
Iowans will flock to more than 1,500 precinct locations across the state tonight to caucus for their favorite presidential candidate. Each candidate has spent months campaigning for the support of Iowa citizens. In Iowa alone, there are more than 2 million registered voters, and top candidates spent the final hours trying to drive their messages home.
I know how you get things done. I am a progressive who wants to make progress and actually produce real results in people's lives.
If people come out to vote, I think you're going to look at one of the biggest political upsets in the modern history of our country.
And then I get the endorsements from Sarah Palin, then I get the endorsements from Jerry Falwell Jr., and I get, I have incredible, even Sheriff Joe endorsed me. That means I'm the best on the border.
I think we're positioned to do very well in Iowa. I think we've worked very hard. You know, the grassroots team we've got is unbelievable. It is second to none.
Leading into tonight's Iowa caucuses, the final poll from Des Moines Register and Bloomberg puts Trump in the lead for the Republicans with nearly 31% support. Cruz polled at 23.8%. Rubio stood at 17.4%. For the Democratic Party, Hillary Clinton led the final pre-caucus poll with nearly 48%, but Sanders was trailing closely at 44.6%. The official caucuses begin at 6 p.m. Arizona time.
And looking toward the vote here in Arizona, first-time voters will play a critical role in this presidential election if they turn out and cast ballots. Many are young and Latino. Cronkite News reporter Mauricio Casillas tracked the local effort to register Hispanic millennials in Arizona.
It's estimated that millennials will make up 44% of eligible Hispanic voters in the United States. Now, that millennial effect will have an increased impact here in Arizona, the state with the fourth largest group of Hispanic eligible voters in the country.
Come get registered to vote!
Jose Barbosa is a volunteer for Promise Arizona, a Latino rights organization. He spends about 20 hours a week on the streets of Phoenix urging people to register to vote. He wants to give others a voice because he himself cannot vote.
Ever since SB 1070 happened, I decided to come out of the shadows that is undocumented, and I wanted to do something for my community.
Barbosa is a dreamer and hopes that Latino voters will rally behind immigration reform.
These next 10 months are going to be crucial, and we're gonna have an opinion.
According to a recent study from the Pew Research Center, between the last presidential election and this one, 3.2 million U.S. citizen Latinos will have reached voting age.
Latinos largely have not been involved in the electoral process. This is a new phenomenon. But I think the younger Latinos coming up through the K through 12 are learning a new sense of engagement and empowerment.
Promise Arizona focuses on high schools in an effort to register first-time voters.
You know, millennials, they just feel like their voice is being suppressed and they think it just doesn't even matter, so they just kind of throw the towel in, and that's completely wrong.
But some are eager to cast a ballot.
I want to be the first in my family to be able to do something like that, and it's just something you have to take pride in.
South Phoenix is the biggest area of priority for voter registration volunteers because of its large Hispanic community. Now, Jose says that on a good day, he gets about 15 voters to sign up, but that's still a lot more no's than yeses.
When somebody says no, I just it hurts. It hurts inside because I know I'm undocumented, I can't vote. But the people that say yes, those are the people that are going to count.
Now, the Pew study estimates over 1.3 million Hispanic voters in Arizona will be eligible to vote in the upcoming election. Live at the digital desk, I'm Mauricio Casillas, Cronkite News.
Meanwhile, Arizona voting advocates and Democratic lawmakers are fighting a proposed bill they say would limit voting rights. Phoenix Mayor Greg Stanton says House Bill 2023 would exclude poor and Latino voters by restricting early ballot drop-offs. The bill would make it a Class 6 felony for anyone but a family member, roommate, caregiver, postal worker, or candidate to collect early ballots. Today marks the deadline in the Arizona Senate for introducing new legislation. So far, senators have filed 445 bills, while the House has filed 568 bills. The filing deadline for House legislation is next week.
The Phoenix Human Relations Commission says members of the Satanic Temple can deliver the invocation at the February 17th City Council meeting. The commission's statement comes after several City Council members tried last Friday to block the church from giving a prayer by changing the way legislature holds prayers. The statement said if the city allows for prayers to start their meetings, then they, quote, have an obligation to allow for participation in that invocation by representatives of all faiths and beliefs.
Thousands gathered at the state capitol to celebrate the end of school choice week. The governor also took a moment to encourage voters to support Prop 123, which would increase education funding by $3.5 billion over 10 years. Reporter Sydney Glenn found out why school choice is such an important topic here in Arizona.
Students, teachers, parents, and supporters gathered at the Capitol to celebrate school choice here in Arizona.
It is everything, especially here in Arizona. I definitely think that a lot of the schools are underfunded. You know, you always hear about schools needing help.
The rally celebrated the different types of schooling options available for students.
School choice should be our mission today, tomorrow, and every day in the state of Arizona.
Finding the right school isn't always easy, but when it's right, parents just seem to know.
The school that I'm here representing, Telias Preparatory Academy, does a lot for the children that attend the school as well as my family.
Kids took a little time away from the classroom to hear from the governor.
Great things can happen when we put Arizona kids first in our state.
And to let loose. The rally ended with a school choice dance where everyone showed off their moves in support. In Phoenix, Sydney Glenn, Cronkite News.
By now, you've seen the photo. A group of girls that were supposed to be spelling out Best You've Ever Seen Class of 2016 for their senior panorama picture broke off to spell out a racial slur using the letters on their shirts. Today, for the first time since the incident, administrators are speaking out to our own Julia Thatcher.
In an exclusive interview with Cronkite News, I sat down with the principal to discuss the future of Desert Vista and for those involved in the photo, but I also spoke with a former teacher at the high school who said this isn't the first time Desert Vista has had a problem with racism.
The unfortunate situation that happened does not define Desert Vista.
Words from the principal at Desert Vista High School. However, former teacher Cicely Cobb says otherwise.
Seeing that photo let me know that I wasn't imagining it. That there actually were severe systemic racial issues on that campus.
Cobb filed this lawsuit in 2014 against the Tempe Union High School District claiming racial discrimination. She said she wasn't surprised when the controversial photo surfaced 10 days ago.
This issue with the Desert Vista 6 would not be an issue right now if the Tempe Union High School District had taken the time to fully explore the systemic racism that permeated Desert Vista High School.
The former principal, now a defendant in the lawsuit, was quick to dismiss the allegations.
Has nothing to do with or even close relationship to what was experienced with the non-renewal of Cicely Cobb.
The photo quickly sparked national attention and local protest.
I come here to say that I am incredibly sorry.
Now, as the school district determines the future of the 6 girls, a petition asking for their expulsion and the principal's resignation has reached more than 45,000 signatures.
We will rise above.
Despite the controversy, the embattled principal told me she and Desert Vista will survive.
We are a community that love each other and know that we all make mistakes, and we will forgive each other, and we're going to work together and rise above this situation to be better and stronger.
We reached out to the 6 girls involved in hopes to get an interview, but have yet to hear back. As of right now, only one of the 6 have made a statement of any kind. In Phoenix, Julia Thatcher, Cronkite News.
The district was very clear that they will not be sharing any specifics on decisions regarding any punishment. They did share, however, that schools can only give 1 to 10 days suspension, depending on the infraction. After 10 days, there may be hearings attached to any additional discipline, and the school board will make a final decision.
In our coverage of Black History Month, Cronkite News is asking our Public Insight Network sources to share their thoughts on 2 upcoming projects. The first project is a series about African Americans who have made a difference in their communities. We're asking viewers to nominate someone who has made an impact. The second project is to get a better understanding of the progression of race relations in Arizona. Do you think things have improved? To take part in these online surveys, look for our pinned questionnaires at cronkitenews.azpbs.org. A group of Native Americans gathered in Washington, D.C. last week to protest uranium mines on tribal lands.
How pollution has affected tribes across the West and what the government has to say about it.
A Mesa company has a big role in one of Arizona's largest and fastest growing industries. We'll take a look at how big of an impact these machines are having on the local economy.
The true measure of all our actions is how long the good in them lasts.
This is who I am, where I'm from.
If you're on the right side of history, you can accomplish anything.
It's a connection between your present and your past.
Come this way. This is good. This is very good.
We are attempting to fulfill the promise of America.
The stories about who we are shape us.
This chance to go through a time machine.
Good heavenly days.
We should know our history.
It informs, but it doesn't constrict you.
It's a framework to carry out human activity.
The sky is the limit.
It started a long time ago.
Looking for a fun and exciting way to support your favorite program on Arizona PBS? It's as easy as picking up your phone and texting FRIEND to 77948 right now. One simple click and you are ready to make your safe and secure donation using PayPal or your credit card. No phone call needed, and all of your donation will go to support your favorite program here on Arizona PBS. Don't delay. Text FRIEND to 77948 today.
Even as Arizona struggles in national business rankings, it's among the best for states' employment in aerospace and defense. Cronkite News reporter Audrey Wheel shows us how this industry impacts the state.
The Boeing plant in Mesa plays a crucial role in military operations worldwide, and it's part of one of the largest and fastest growing industries in Arizona.
Not only is it stealthy, but it's deadly.
There's a reason the Apache is known as the world's premier attack helicopter.
There's nothing like it. To be able to come in from afar, spot an enemy target from afar, and come in and engage them, it's very effective, and that's why it's widely used.
The AH-64 Apache attack helicopter supports the U.S. military and 15 of its allies, and every order worldwide is produced by Boeing employees in Mesa.
Even though they're working here in Mesa, Arizona, they're making a difference in Afghanistan, they're making a difference in Saudi Arabia, they're making a difference in Asia Pacific.
Nearly 2,200 Apaches have been made here since the early 80s. According to the Arizona Commerce Authority, Arizona ranks among the top 5 in employment for aerospace and defense manufacturing.
Historically, it's been about a quality workforce, affordable land, favorable tax and regulatory environment, and all of that kind of put together has created quite a strong business climate for aerospace and defense contractors.
The Commerce Authority says Arizona's A&D exports rose nearly 22% from 2011 to 2014.
We have a number of advantages when it comes to aerospace defense. Most of it is airspace, wide open spaces, places for them to test aircraft, places for defense systems to operate.
A few of the reasons why the National Guard held its first gunfighter fly-in competition in Arizona, using the AH-64s to simulate real-world flying and gunnery scenarios. But even as established companies like Boeing flourish, attracting new companies to the state can be difficult. Critics point out Arizona dropped from 13th to 34th last year in CNBC's state rankings for business.
It's a challenge because you've described what every development organization, every state, every city, every region is aspiring to right now. How do we get mobile capital to locate in our state.
Despite the challenges, experts predict Arizona aerospace and defense employment will increase 10% each year through 2018, thanks in part to the strength of the Apache.
Boeing says it has solid production through 2026 and that the Army is planning to fly Apaches well into 2060. In the Broadcast Center, Audrey Wheel, Cronkite News.
Native Americans from across the country say they went to Washington, D.C. last week to try to avert an environmental disaster. They're calling uranium pollution a threat to their lands. Cronkite News reporter Maricela Ramirez joins us live from our Washington bureau with the latest.
Water problems in Flint, Michigan have been making headlines for weeks now, but some Arizona residents say there's a bigger problem that demands attention.
There's this whole issue with Flint, Michigan, and I'm trying to bring a lot of attention to the community of Sanders and what's going on in Sanders as well.
Although we have worked for decades.
What's happening in Sanders and elsewhere in Indian country is radioactive pollution, causing major health effects.
We breathe in radioactive pollutions every day from coal smoke, from the abandoned uranium mines, plus we drink water that contains uranium.
Charmaine Whiteface of the Sioux Nation and other indigenous people see their effects every day.
My father died from cancer, I've had cancer, my daughter has cancer, and now my son is dying from lupus. And is it because they don't know? Yet they do know. So why isn't something being done about all these abandoned uranium mines?
Protesters brought this question to Washington, where they urged the EPA and Congress to take action.
We have a bill that we're trying to get passed through Congress to clean up the 15,000 plus abandoned uranium mines in the United States.
In the meantime, Tommy Rock is playing it safe.
We keep saying that drink bottled water, buy bottled water, and do not drink the public water.
Rock and others were scheduled to discuss their grievances with the EPA last week. Officials with the agency were not available for comment today. Live in Washington, Maricela Ramirez, Cronkite News.
The World Health Organization officially declared the Zika virus a public health emergency of international concern at a meeting today in Geneva. The classification will result in a global response to the mosquito-borne virus that has been linked to brain abnormalities of thousands of babies in Brazil. The WHO says the virus is spreading explosively and has been reported in 23 countries and territories in the Americas. In Arizona, there are no reported cases. However, the state is home to the type of mosquito that could carry the virus. The Arizona Department of Health says they are closely tracking the global outbreak. The Phoenix Suns have parted ways with their head coach.
Coming up on Cronkite News, what the team plans on doing next as Coach Hornacek makes his way out.
The Phoenix Waste Management Open sees thousands of golf spectators each year. How the event manages to save and conserve water while keeping the course green.
In the middle of rather a drama.
I've been thinking about the circumstances of the crime and the nature of love.
It's romantic, is it? Isn't it?
Seems to me as if the answer is right in front of you.
I'm a high-functioning sociopath. You are being irrational.
Need to go.
Will you do a blood test?
No.
You want to hit me now?
That makes me a wicked woman, sister.
Will the prisoner rise?
There is only one thing I would like.
Hey.
Sex?
Heartbreak.
Or love? Oh, yummy.
Stop it! Papa? Is everything all right in there?
This is a box that showed you a world beyond your own. It was just a box, but the world has changed, and so have we. And now the box can be almost any size or shape. And you decide what you want to explore. Anytime, any place. Break out of the box with PBS.
NBA insiders say the Phoenix Suns will appoint assistant coach Earl Watson as interim head coach at an official news conference tomorrow. That's after the team fired Jeff Hornacek last night. Hornacek was in the middle of his third season as head coach for the Suns, and so far this year, the Suns are 14-35. Zac Brown Band, Jay Leno, Burt Reynolds, and Michael Bay were all in the same room this weekend, attending the Barrett-Jackson 45th anniversary auction in Scottsdale. The auction sold more than 1,000 vehicles for $102 million, of which $3.4 million will go to local and national nonprofits.
The Waste Management Open tees off this week, but the grass isn't the only thing that's green on the course. Cronkite News reporter Lillian Simpson discovered what Waste Management is doing to save and recycle water used at the event.
So if you think about where we have this golf tournament, we are in a desert. So just knowing that we can make a little impact to help, restore water to those critical water sources, it's something we're very proud of.
One of the goals of the Waste Management Phoenix Open, keep the greens green. Waste Management teamed up with Change the Course and says it plans to put all the water used during the tournament back into the Colorado River Basin and Verde River. Arizona resident Sarah Wood wasn't surprised by the sustainability movement.
I knew this was kind of all about the recycling and that kind of event, so I've seen all the little bins being put up and I think it's a good thing.
You'll only see recycle and compost bins at the tournament. No trash allowed.
How can we sort of preserve this beautiful environment? And so that's what we looked at is, zero waste. So let's figure out how we can make it the greenest tournament it can be.
In addition to those bins, you can win prizes by knowing what goes in which bin. In Scottsdale, Lillian Simpson, Cronkite News.
If golf isn't your game, the entertainment at the Bird's Nest starts Wednesday night with Rascal Flatts.
Do you remember when you had to rent movies from a store? Well, now the Valley's last DVD rental store has closed its doors.
How online streaming has taken over and what this means for the future of movie watching.
We are here tonight to explore tough issues.
You've got to have people around you who aren't just laying rose petals in front of your way.
And I kid you not, this is true.
Trust is everything.
This has been so much fun.
It's about reaching people.
There are more players on the world stage. The issues are more complex.
We ask the questions that take us closer to the truth.
What happened and what might happen.
Because that's what we do.
Would you like doing something like I do?
I couldn't do this. I'm not qualified.
I was thinking exactly the same thing.
Hi, I'm Charlie Rose. As part of the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication at ASU, Arizona PBS is providing a state-of-the-art venue for the next generation of journalists. From newsrooms in Washington, Los Angeles, and here in Phoenix, students engage in real-time, real-world news reporting, broadcast production, and online innovation. The Cronkite School and Arizona PBS working together in new ways to bridge the classroom to the community in the digital age.
The last video rental store in the Valley closed its doors this past weekend. Is it the end of DVDs, or could they make a comeback? Cronkite News reporter Blake Bernard is live in the media center with some answers.
Once upon a time, video rental stores like Blockbuster or Hollywood Video were as common as Starbucks. But now with the rise of online streaming systems, they have all but vanished.
When Video Paradise opened its doors in 1991, Arnold Schwarzenegger was dazzling audiences in Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Now, 25 years later, the last true video rental store in the Valley is closing its doors.
And this last summer was a real difficult summer, and as we went into fall, it wasn't getting much better, and we couldn't afford to move, so it seemed to be time for us to go.
The Chandler Video Rental Store closed this past Friday. Still, it stuck around much longer than other national chains like Blockbuster or Hollywood Video. In the end, they couldn't compete with online streaming companies like Netflix or Amazon.
And that's really probably been the largest part of the change in our industry. The days of Friday, Saturday night with families coming in, the kids aren't steering the car anymore to the video store.
While the streaming choice may make sense to the average moviegoer, Hawkins believes they are missing out.
And for every movie that's out in the theater that does well, there's 150 of them that you've never heard of that are is a quality product.
And for years, Video Paradise was the place where you could find those forgotten films.
If there was something you wanted that was obscure, if it was a foreign movie or if it was just
a comedy that you couldn't find anywhere else, you know you could count on it pretty much being here. And if it wasn't, you could ask them and they could probably special order it for you.
So now that video rentals are all but extinct, are we seeing the end of DVDs, or like vinyl, could they make a comeback?
I think you'll always have a niche collector of anything, but I don't feel that it will come back like vinyl. Vinyl's very unique due to the fact that vinyl is very artistic. I mean, a band who put their I mean, it was part of their soul. And nowadays, it's just mass production.
The final script for Video Paradise is written, and the ending is bittersweet.
It's a sad day, but at the end of the day, very, very pleased that it's lasted as long as it has.
Now, for those that are still looking to purchase those rare films, you can visit any Zia Records location, for your entertainment store, or even your nearest library. Live in the Media Center, Blake Bernard, Cronkite News.
Cronkite News is proud to be the news division of Arizona PBS. Here's what's coming up on Arizona Horizon and PBS NewsHour.
On the next Arizona Horizon, an Arizona Corporation Commissioner discusses efforts to mend relations between APS and the solar industry. And we'll look at efforts to reform Arizona's campaign finance and election system.
I'm Hari Srinivasan. On the next NewsHour, Judy Woodruff reports from Iowa for special coverage of the caucuses. That's Monday on the PBS NewsHour.
That's it for Cronkite News tonight. Thanks for joining us.
For top Arizona stories anytime, go to cronkitenews.azpbs.org.